4, come through here and back around. Last one will be full course. 3 layups, that's it.
How many sessions?
3.
Give them time.
So he actually did something very smart with the cold air. So for this next session, what I'm gonna be doing is I got my little gauges ready to go. I got cylinder head temp, engine oil temp, and then the transmission temp on the screen, because on the last session towards the end the car did get a little hot, and so it went into this limp mode where it was starting to short shift a lot. And so for this one, I'm just going to be monitoring it a little bit closer. If I do see it that it's starting to creep up again, I'm just gonna take it easy for that lap, and hopefully not have to exit short, or Now on this one, they are opening up the track quite a bit more, so hopefully.
Who are you FaceTiming?
Oh, myself.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So for this one, I'm going to be doing it's going to be a little bit of a bigger layout, so they're actually opening more of the track, so it won't be such a short track, and hopefully that'll allow it to get a little bit more air from the front grille, and hopefully the car just stays cool or cooler. I mean, it's a pretty cold day. It's 60 degrees, so hopefully we do good on this one. So we finally made it back home from the track. I wanted to talk to you guys about what happened, how the car performed, how I felt in the car, what needs to happen as far as what gave me issues on the track, and what kind of modifications I'm going to be doing in the future or before the next track event. So right now, right off the bat, one thing that I noticed is that the car is very, very composed, more than the Shelby is going around, around that track in specific. So MSR Houston is very, very bumpy. And one thing that I did notice, because I'm still running the stock shocks and struts, I only have the Ford Performance lowering springs on the car, and then the Steeda stop the hop kit in the back. And the car took there were parts on that track that with the Shelby, I did not feel comfortable going wide open throttle, but with this car, I was just going wide open throttle all around there, and the bumps didn't affect the car at all. It just felt very, very at home and composed. That's one thing that I really liked. Another thing is the fact that the car did feel like it was, a little bit, I don't really want to call it soft, but I mean, if I could go just a little bit higher on not necessarily the spring rate, but to help the front nose not to be as bouncy, that would be a very, very good thing that I would like to do. But there's more important things that I need to address first. Oh, and by the way, of course, I ended up getting a little boo-boo on the way, or not on the way, but at the track. So it's just a little rock chip I'm fixing. Because we were going counterclockwise, the passenger side tires did end up rolling. I had these like at around 30 to 32 psi, and then they ended up, I mean, as you can see, I do need to add a little bit more camber to the vehicle. But overall, I mean, I don't have anything other than just lowering springs, stop the hop kit in the back, and I mean, that's pretty much it as far as suspension mods is concerned. The car did amazing. Oh, one thing that did suffer a lot and basically held me back quite a bit is the fact that the car just kept on overheating on me. Not overheating, but it was going into limp mode. So obviously Ford is very smart, and they're not gonna, you know, let you just overheat your engine and then end up having to replace the motor or hurting the engine. So with this being a base model, I think the first thing that I'm going to be upgrading is going to be the radiator. And then going from there, I mean, today was 60 degrees out whenever I was racing it, and the car was going into limp mode after about 3 good, you know, hard laps, which that never happened in my previous cars. Obviously, they were either a performance pack or it was the Shelby, and obviously that car is meant to go on track. The transmission never overheated, which is really good, but the engine oil temp for sure did. It was kind of high. So that's one thing that I'm going to be addressing is first replacing the radiator, because the stock one on the base model is really thin, and then either upgrading with a Mishimoto or the performance package, whatever I can get my hands on, really. But aside from that, I'm very, very happy with how the car did. You know, I do apologize. I couldn't get another view from outside the car, maybe putting the GoPro somewhere else. I did forget my mount. I didn't take it with me, so I was limited on that. But aside from that, I mean, I think that was a very, very nice, successful first day with this car on track. One thing that I'm going to be doing is showing you guys, I want to go ahead and open up my catch can just because it's right there, and I haven't driven the car that hard since I got it until today. So I want to show you the importance of what a catch can does, and see if there's any proof inside, if we got any oil from today's event and from the time that I've been driving it. So yeah, now I'm really, really happy with the car, and first thing is going to be cooling mods before the next event. All right, so I went ahead and took off all the bolts for the catch can. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the oil that's in there. Obviously, as you can see, it's not crazy amounts, but it's definitely a significant amount. And that's just from today. So, you know, at least I know that the catch can is doing its job. I strongly recommend you guys get, if you're new to the Coyote game, or yeah, Coyote GT350, basically a Coyote variant, you need to have the passenger side catch can. This one is the one for 15 and 23, which is basically an S650. It used to go right here, but I relocated it over here. That way it fits my car. So, you know, definitely you gotta get one of those. It doesn't matter the brand, really. They're all about the same. The one on the driver's side doesn't do much, but definitely go ahead and get that, because obviously you don't want that oil getting back into your intake manifold, being burnt into the cylinder. This is going to cause a lot of issues, kill some of your power, really, and then not to mention contaminate your engine. That's why you guys, if you ever seen the inside of an engine that doesn't have a catch can, it's just a lot of gunk, and then just a lot of burnt up oil all over inside, and it's just not very good. Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and please let me know what you guys think as far as, should I go ahead and do the oil cooler or the radiator first? I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards doing the radiator first, and then eventually then testing the car, seeing if it actually needs the oil cooler or not. I'm sure that in the summertime it will, but for right now, I think the bigger radiator should be sufficient. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.